Good morning, y'all. It's Alicia. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day, y'all. Well, you know, if I'm in the Roots sweatshirt with the big hat, it is freezing here. And that is so true. It is so cold, guys. It is so cold. The poor puppy hates it. She goes outside in her little feet. She's like, what is this cold, frosty stuff? Frost. Yes, folks, it's cold. Today your girl is going to the dentist. I broke my little toothy tooth in the back, so I have an emergency dental appointment this morning, and my mouth will be all frozen this afternoon. So I suspect it'll be an afternoon of making and maybe a little crafting and Hallmark movies. Listen, folks, I know Sweetwater Card said she doesn't have cable anymore, so she no longer sees Hallmark movies. I'm not watching them on cable. I'm watching them on YouTube. You can watch Hallmark movies on YouTube, folks. Just enter in Hallmark Christmas movie and you will find them. And that's in fact what I watched late last night when we got back. So we spent all day yesterday at the hospital. It was a very long day, guys. That's why I only caught up on watching your videos this morning. And hopefully this afternoon when I'm letting this freezing come down, it's a back molar. So this always causes me like an autoimmune problem when they have to tinker with it. So I'm expecting to not feel great this afternoon. So what I plan on doing is watching some more Hallmark movies. Maybe if I'm up to it, doing a little crafty and commenting because I have to catch up on comments. But yesterday was like a full day at the hospital with Mama. But my husband helped. So the nice thing now is that I have backup. So like for instance, I'm not feeling well today after the dentist. He will go run the errands for my mama and take care of stuff. So I can just rest. So that is a huge help. A huge help. So many of you have texted and checked in every day, and I so appreciate it. She has her surgical thing on Friday, and hopefully everything is going to be okay. And then I can start thinking about going home. I was showing my husband today cruises. You know, my husband is not crafty supportive. Like he really is not. He's come around a lot in the last year, but he does not like this hobby because it takes so many supplies and it's not cost, it's space. My husband is a minimalist, so he hates how many supplies it takes. But I showed him some of Cruz's hauls from Tuesday morning, and he was like, yeah, $30 a paper pad. Sorry, honey, it's just not going to happen for you. I'm like, I know. And I was telling him about the differences between Canada and the US and how Heather Manning just had her first shipping extravaganza for Canada and paid $50 for the box, folks. And, you know, the funny thing is they told you can't send it priority, can't put it in a priority box. And then she gets there and they're like, oh, it has to be priority. What they didn't tell her is that once you're over a certain weight for international shipping, be it Canada, Australia, Singapore, New Zealand, they force you to send it priority from the US. And that weight's pretty low. Like if you have one paper pad, that puts it over. So even Heather, if you hadn't put it in the shadow box, there's a chance you would have been over it anyway. I know, it's crazy. So I think we're learning more and more how hard it is and why flat mail is so important, right? Why flat mail swaps are so important, because at $50 a box, you can't afford to swap. It makes it cost prohibitive, especially around the holiday season. So yay for flat mail, and thank you to Heather Manning for sharing her postage journey. So we are reminded while we're making Christmas projects to try to keep them in a smaller package so that they're less expensive to send to our international friends. I also want to say thank you to Miss Judy for that funny story. Boy, I loved her gravy story. If y'all haven't seen it, it's under my scrapbook loft, and it was great to have that memory today. It definitely brightened my morning. And so many of you have texted. I know you probably texted Heather and I both about Miss Sabrina. I'm waiting on an update. She is fighting an infection. So just keep her in your prayers. I really appreciate it. I know she will really appreciate it. I know everyone who's friends with her on here knows that she'll value all of your support, and it will mean a lot to her. So thank you. And thank you to Kathy Katzel Create for doing that video yesterday. Everyone's been amazing. I just actually texted Sabrina that, everyone misses you and is wondering how you're doing. And I think it matters when you're suffering to know so many people care. So thank you, folks. Thank you so much. As soon as I have an update, I will share it, but it might be post-dentist with a frozen mouth. Okay, I hope whatever you do today, it's not the dentist. I hope you're doing something way more fun. I hope you're doing a little crafty and making something wonderful, or watching Hallmark Christmas movies. My husband thinks I am the cheesiest person because I love these movies. They make me cry. Last night he was so teasing me. He's like, why are you crying? It's so cheesy. And I'm like, I can't help it. I love these stories. For me, the holidays are like Hallmark and hot cocoa, and I don't know. That just makes me feel like that's the holiday season when I have the Hallmark Christmas movies on. All right, y'all. I hope whatever you do today, it gives you a lot of joy. I hope if you're working, it's such an easy day. And I'll see y'all later on today with a new tooth. All right. See you later, folks. Bye for now.